early in the morning?
Um, I like being up early in the morning now. I used to read a lot of, well, I still read a lot of books, but I read a lot of books on just becoming wealthy and some of the things that it take to become disciplined, self-discipline, and handling wealth. And one of the things that I saw across the board were men who woke up early in the morning, about 4:30.
Yeah.
And I always felt like if I wake up at 4:30, so about noon, with most people rolling out of bed, at least what I consider my competition, you rolling out of bed, hungover from the night before, I already got an 8-hour advantage over you because of the things that I've been doing since this morning. Maybe I don't get up and work the whole 8. Maybe only 4, maybe 6 hours of me just doing something. But whatever I do in the morning, I meditate, stuff like that, just self-care. But
Mm.
by the time the average person wakes up, I already got at least a half a day's work on you. And then now you're trying to catch up, and I'm
You know, it's interesting you say that, man. I've never been a person that got up late, but I've always got up, at the normal time. People got up 8, 7, 8, 9. But
yeah,
as time went on, and I started really getting deep in music, I started getting into these clubs, like going to gyms, because I started having to go to certain gyms that was more elite gyms. Like I was going to a gym where they had U.S. Marshals, district attorneys,
yeah,
NBA players, because, you just don't want to be in the regular gyms no more as you start getting, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So as I was going there, one day I had to do something like really, really early. So I said, man, I'm gonna go to the gym because we used to play ball. So I went in there around about 5 because I knew they opened at about 4:35. And man, all of them dudes was in there. I'm talking about DAs,
yeah.
U.S. Marshals, uh, prosecuting attorneys,
Mm-hmm.
the mayor Jerry Brown was there. You know what I'm saying? Our
Yeah,
mayor that
yeah,
was over here that turned governor, Jerry Brown. I'm like, I'm looking around like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm tripping, right?
yeah.
They getting their workout in, they doing everything. They put their suits on, they going to work straight after the gym, getting their workout. So I started talking to a couple people. And they said, yeah, man, that's what we do. We got meetings early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk to people back on the East Coast. We don't got time to be sitting
Yep.
around
That three
playing
hour
no
difference.
games. You dig what I'm saying? And then I started understanding everything is a mindset now. Your mindset ain't ready for success. You're going to be the same typical person that gets up lethargic, get up whenever you want. Some people wake up
Yes.
in the noon. Some people like, oh
Yeah.
man, I sleep in. It's like, man, when this is all said and done, the power of success is your spiritual and being uncomfortable, doing stuff that the average person won't do. And so I like what you just said because that's what I've learned that over time that the most successful people are up early. They're up
Very
at
well.
4, 5 in the morning and their day is over by 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah. And if you decide you want to work on something else, that's extra bonus. But you don't
Yeah.
feel like a loser at the end of the day. Like if I'm, say for instance, I'm supposed to be resting, my shoulder hurt from pushing on my wrist flaring up, and I just have to just rest, just stay out the chair for a couple hours. Around 9, 10 o'clock, if I'm still in the bed, like I just kind of feel like a loser. Like, what are you doing, dog? You ain't up, you ain't stretch
Yeah.
nothing, you ain't
Yeah.
push, you ain't. Yeah. One of
Yeah.
my one of my favorite books is Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And his task was he was tasked with interviewing the most successful people of his time. And after so many interviews, he realized a pattern and he focused on that pattern. And then that's how he ended up writing that book. I kind of did the same with my graphics. Like I work with a lot of labels, a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of signed, unsigned, but all of those different clients sitting there talking to them while I'm editing or whatever I'm doing for them. I got to pick their brain.
Mm.
You have to tell me your game plan. Like if you're trying to go get a deal or whatever the case, you need to tell me what you need, what's going to happen, this, that, and the other. So I got to pick a lot of great minds, brains, and then that was about the average. getting up
Mm,
early, getting your day started. The sun is more healthier early when you get up.
mm.
It's just a whole lot of benefits.
I mean, no, not even that. You mean, man, the oxygen, the air is cleaner, before it start getting polluted up. You're getting great oxygen in your body. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's just like it's a lot of benefits to getting up and getting your mind right. You know what I'm saying? And I will add into there, like when you add your prayer along with getting up early, it's
Yes.
almost like you're undefeated now. You already
Yes.
going in. You're already going into the world undefeated. You start off praying and then you up early. It's like nothing can beat you after that point. You know?
Also, there's not a lot of chatter or clutter in the air. Most people are asleep. Your
Yeah.
messages feel like it can get there a little quicker.
Yeah, and well, and that's why this show is called God's Hour, because this is God's hour. This is allowing you to get the information. So when you start, a lot of people gonna go to work, or some people are already watching at work, but it allows you to get your mind right early, where you're not got all this toxic stuff going on. Because once people get up, they man, I don't want to go to work. I don't like that. You already in a bad mood because people are already thinking about what they about to face that day. And it's
Yeah.
like, it just gives you a chance to be at peace. Like when I get up, man, God is talking to me. Like, look, like even with us, I got up, get ready to do the line. You hit me with a little message
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
C100. I said, come on, SOO100, let's get it. So for
So I know
people that
you're
don't
probably
know,
one of the only ones that I know that's gonna be up with me.
that's right. Hey, so for people that don't know, I want you to tell them who you are. But not only that, I want y'all to hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to get into hitting that like button. If we want people to hear these messages, man, and bring more people to the channel, you got to hit that like button, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We telling you that for a reason. We already know this is an algorithm-based thing. So what's up with Chicago? I'm going to read out some of the people that's on here, man, real quick. So
All
100.
right.
Lucian, what's going on? Mark, what's up with it? Big Sauce, Alpha Me, Creative Tune, what's up with it? Born, Cordy, what up with it? Ali Star, what's up with it? Beats like, what's going on, Rick? Melvin, Funny Farm, Mari, what's good? O Dot, Rodriguez, what's up, man? I know you love them drums, homie. That's what's up. Mystical Flex, what's up with it? Blacks Beats, what's good? Producer you didn't count on, what's going on, fam? What's going on, OC? Tanner, what's up with it? He said he said you awesome, homie. Tanner by the sea said you awesome, SOO100.
Oh, what's up, Tanner? I appreciate that, man.
Girly
Salute.
girly girl born. Afri, mommy, that's what's up. The Bronx Yo Report, what's good? Cohe Studio. Hey Banks, what's up with it? Ben Frank, what up? Steph, what's good? Chicago, what's good? Bane Boy, what up with it? DJ Brightside, what's happening with you? Big Gucci, what's up? Maximus, Obscure Street, my brother. Roam around, what up? Shout out to all my folks, man. Y'all hit that like button, though. Hit that like button. SOO100, man, we've been rocking for a little bit now. We definitely got close over a lot of the stuff that was going on for sound, sonics. And you're getting a little feedback over there, I think,
Me?
on your side. Yeah,
You
a
hear
little
some
bit.
feedback?
Yeah, just hearing a little bit of the feedback.
Oh, I can put these headphones on 1 second.
Yeah, just a little bit of the feedback.
All right, 1 second.
Yeah.
Open these and then done. All right. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Is
Much
that
better.
feedback there?
You you
All right,
you
perfect.
solid now. Now we
All
know
right.
sound matters, right?
Of course it does.
we ain't hearing no feedback
Appreciate you
now.
for
We ain't hearing
telling
no cross signals. What's up? Bang boy.
me.
Bang boy, what's up with it, man? Big shout to my boy SOO100. Thanks for all the help from the both of you. Man, thank you, brother, man. Big shout out to my brother SOO100, man. I needed to have my brother on here, man. We've been talking for a little bit. And like I said again, there's a lot of great people in the community that's really trying to contribute to sound. A lot of people that's really, really seeing the importance. Or there's some people that's just been ostracized, and we've talked about that for a while. How, a community of ignorance will ostracize people that know the truth. And sometimes when you know the truth, you just shut up because people tell you that you're wrong so much you just don't want to say nothing because you just feel like everybody's attacking you and attacking you because you know the truth. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man, and I'm firm on this. When you know the truth, you got to speak the truth, and you don't let anybody bully you into not going into a direction. Even if people don't want to hear what you got to say, you still have to say it because you know the truth. And you wouldn't do no different if you was teaching your kids. You wouldn't let somebody tell your kids to go out there and do something wrong and you don't check them. You're like, oh, I don't want to say nothing. My kid gonna get mad if I say something. So why would you do it to the people? The people, whether people like it or not, there's still people out there that's going to want to hear that truth, that's going to rock with you. So that's how me and you connected when we was talking about sound and stuff. So go ahead and explain, who you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Tell them who you are.
My name's Alan. I go by Big Six, and SO100 is my brand. Most people call me SO100, but I don't matter because that name sound hard anyway. But yeah,
That's
I'm a
right.
creative. I'm a creative from Washington D.C. Um, Inglewood adopted me when I was 20, and they raised me up ever since. So I've been here half my life, D.C. to Inglewood. My music started in the church as a youth. My grandmother trying to wake me up at 6:30 in the morning and complaining, "Oh, I didn't like getting up that early going to church." But one thing that I loved about going to church was the praise and worship. So the praise part is it's like a concert. It's a black concert in the church. You grooving, everybody's dancing. The Holy Spirit hitting Sister Mary over here, Miss Johnson over here. It's dope. And then you slow it down to the worship, the more singing, the more praising, and that's where my love for music came in, and or at least my first concept of music theory, because I always wanted to know the organist mainly, the chord progressions that he played, whatever combination of keys he's playing, he's given the feeling of the presence of God in the room. And that's what these people are feeling. And that, for me, since the youth, was just magic. And I wanted to know that. So, fast forward, by the time I get to middle school, we got music programs now. So, I signed up to be in a music program. So, I played percussion in the orchestra. Um, I played the timpani, the bass drum, the snare drum, where we had to read sheet music, but I understand what it feels like to have a horn section behind your beats and a string section and just a whole, plethora of instruments. So um, then you move to high school. Now we got go-go bands. In DC, we have our own
Go
genre of
go.
music called go-go. Yeah.
Yeah, God, I
Yeah,
know. I
that's
mean, I was introduced to that, man, on the West Coast, man. I remember they was like, man, you got to know about this go. I'm like, man, what is this go? Man, what are y'all talking about? And then when I heard it and I was like, oh, that's what's going on. And real quick, let's take the super chat, man. Bang Boy,
Mhm.
man, thank you. Go get all his packs. I have almost 20 of them SOO100 packs. The dopest sounds out, believe me. Hey, I have to
Salute, much
confirm,
respect.
man. I have to confirm. SOO100 has some dope packs, man. Really, really do. I'm proud of you, man, because you could tell that with your packs, you're doing pretty much what I'm doing. You're taking your time and you're really caring about the customers. I mean, even from talking to you about how you're putting stuff together and you're going and getting certain machines just to route it and send things through a certain signal and get the fatness. Like, that's like what inspired you to just say, you know what, I want to do it like that when so many people are just content and complacent with just having a sound. You said, I'm gonna take this to a whole nother level. That's a whole nother way of thinking. And I don't really run across too many people that think about sound at all. Like
Yes.
literally they just like, oh, I'm happy with this. This is perfect, like this. And I'm listening to your stuff and I'm like, this ain't normal. This ain't
No,
your
it's
just your
not.
normal, just get some sounds and you just got a sound you sampled and call it a day. You and took it way beyond the cause and measure. And I really need to know, and this channel need to know, why did you feel, because so many people, and I'm talking about so many people, just don't care. They just want to hear a sound. If even if it's shitty, they happy
Yeah.
with it. So what made you say, I gotta take this to a whole nother level? I want to know. I need to know.
All right. If I'm being quite honest, I didn't do
Please
it
be
for you.
honest. Please
I didn't
honest.
do it for you. Not saying you in particular,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I didn't make these for anyone else but myself. I've been on MPC just as long as I've been in a wheelchair, which is 24 years. I got shot at 18,
Mm.
and I remember there was a beautiful nurse that used to just come and talk to me, and I was telling her how I may not ever be able to kick a drum set again. That's like one of my favorite things to do. If I did get shot, I wouldn't have a studio. I would have a 18-piece drum set, something crazy. That
So
would be
so let
me.
me so let me ask you a question. I mean, because I know I'm throwing a bunch of stuff at you, but you have such an interesting story. So would you say that God intervened in your life at a certain time once you got shot? Would you
Of
say that?
course. Of course.
Okay.
In a weird way, I don't know, this saved my life. This saved my life. A lot of my team, my day ones, they coming home from doing 20, 23 years, 16. I
Wow.
think the lowest was about 16.
Wow.
Um, but just every time one of them got into something, I was either at work, band practice, something that just kept me out of that situation. So, but yeah, I was telling the nurse that like, man, I may not ever be able to kick a drum set again. She was like, well, my boyfriend makes music on this box. And she bought it in. Like 2 days
Mm.
later, she bought it was an MPC 2000.
Wow.
And I looked at it like, man, this is kind of weird. She was like, yeah, you can do your drums and stuff on there. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I didn't like it.
Mm.
I didn't like it at all. I hated it. I'm like, you mean you just tap it and it loops and I got to take my hands off of it? And
Right.
like, there's no variation when the hook come. Like, you can't be expressive. Like, that's kind of weird.
Right.
Um, and she left it in my room for about 4, maybe 5 weeks. And then one day I was bored, was tired of watching TV, and Dr. Dre had dropped the Chronic 2001. And it was like he did that music on this machine. And I said, yeah, he did that. And the mix, the sonics of it, that was impressive too. Because before getting shot, I had the loudest car on the East Coast for
Mm.
at least 2 weeks. There was some other ones, the scraper, that was like a hearse that they transformed, and there was two vans that I ain't got the money to mess with y'all. But
you knew what it was. You knew
oh
what
my
it was.
gosh.
Yeah.
But I had a
Yeah.
1991 Hyundai, not a Honda, a Hyundai Excel. I'm 6'2", squeezing in this little clown car, but I took the seats out. I had no passenger seat. If you wanted to ride with me, you got to lay on the floor. But
Damn.
my trunk was all speakers, and you pulled the seat down, it is all rear field. So just my
Man,
experience in
you
that
you make me
vehicle.
feel like you from the town, bro. We used to ride with the
Oh,
seats down and oh
yeah,
like
yeah,
oh
yeah.
that's some Oakland. That's Oakland stuff too. We would ride
Yeah.
with the back seat out, like man.
Yeah, no rear field. And you get
Hmm.
that's where you get. So we had SPL competition means sound pressure level, and SQL means sound quality level. Um, I had some sound pressure level cars, mean just how loud you can get. Can you pop your windows out? With your homies press the door and build up the pressure, does it just crack glass? Or you
Mm.
could do the sound quality to where if I'm 2 blocks away, you hear my lows and you hear my highs and they're cutting through. You can hear the voice. The trunk ain't rattling. Where you hear the license plate, none of that.
I hate
So
that. I hate
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
God,
So
I
when
hate
I
that.
and then back then, like it was cassettes. Every cassette wasn't made equal. Some of them had more, they were more worn than others. So every time you put in a new tape, we had the EQ, crossover, all of that stuff to make it the experience sound good. So when Dre dropped that album, I said, he's doing what we did, what we do in cars, but he's doing it on that level. I went in. So that made me want to be a producer. Got the MPC, got used to it, but I'm like, where's the sounds? And then, there's certain discs that was floating around and they were all kind of cheesy to me. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
100. I don't like
Yeah.
90% of packs out.
Yeah.
So what I had to do was I had to sample synthesizers. I didn't have
Hmm.
any, so it's like if I'm working on a project and I need these pianos, I know that I'm gonna take this home. and try to work on it. I don't own your motif, so let me at least multi-sample it. That's where it started, 16, maybe 17 years ago. Then I started
Mm.
noticing like, man, this is a way I can capture my favorite sounds. So I was sampling, but then I got bored because I wasn't sound designing. So maybe
Mm.
after about a year or so, it's like, I mean, how many different pianos can you get? How many different basses can you get? What's funny is around this time, I hated synthesizers. I hated just they just look so complicated, just big old keyboards. Just give me a Triton. There's sounds in it, I'll pull it up, I'll play, or give me the whatever.
The stuff
But
that had the presets that was just already let's go.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
on top of that, a lot of the examples that I heard from synthesizers were cheesy, just kind of 80s. So it was like that machine make those noises. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Fast forward during the pandemic, one of my neighbors, he's an excellent drummer and he tours and stuff, and he has a lot of rocker friends. So Rupert Greenall from The Fix, when
Mm.
he's in America, he stays at my neighbor's house and I'll go and pick their brain. And as far as sound design, I think he's one of the dopest that ever touch a synthesizer.
Wow.
And a lot of people may not know that history. So I kind of, unofficially got up under his wing and just learn and learn how to expand my palette and learn how to, don't be afraid to mess with their filter. You're not going to break the machine. Turn some knobs. Um, I do these little exercises like, okay, so strings, keys, um, pads, and bells. On every synthesizer, you can dial it up. So what I'll do is like, all right, I'm working on strings today. I'll do 15, 20 different versions of the same string. Just let me turn, if you just turn this knob just 30 degrees to the right, every other setting is the same, but now this sounds totally different.
By far. By
So
far.
now hearing his presets, it's like, oh, that's what these machines can sound like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, analog. Oh, I'm hooked. Then
Right.
I went down that path with synthesizers. And one thing that really got me into actually sound designing was film. I went to I paid $450 for a seminar, and the guy was speaking on how he used the ARC 2600 to do all the sounds, well, most of the sounds on Star Wars,
Mm.
and how you can tweak a sawtooth
I
and do
remember
the right
seeing something
envelope.
on that. I remember seeing something on that
Yeah,
on
there's
the
a
whole Star Wars. Yeah.
I think somebody filmed that and he put that out.
Yeah.
But you can make bird chirps and footsteps. And so my love for sound design was to get real world sounds out of synthesizers. I went down that rabbit hole and was sound designing movies and films and doing all kind of stuff. And then fast forward, as an artist, as a musician, you're always gonna miss the music. I'm like, man, I didn't explore all this other stuff. Let me get back into making beats again.
Right.
But then I look and it's like, wait, this the stuff I've been studying for the last 6 years. Oh, sound, y'all call this something? Sound design? All right, let's
Right.
get
Right.
busy.
It had a title now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
It had a
like, oh
title
yeah,
that now you clicking like that's what it's called. Okay, so now you putting these pieces together,
yeah.
so your mind is starting to develop. I
Like
got it.
y'all respect this
Hmm.
thing. So now, mind you, I had a studio in Inglewood. Push came to shove. Eventually, jealousy happened. I took a trip to Vegas, and they broke into my studio. They put a chain on my bars and tied it to a bumper, ripped the bars off, took all my gear.
Damn.
So my response to that was emotional. My response was F music. I done spent all this money, man. I done saved every dime. I've registered for college just so I can get a financial aid check. Then I'm like, oh, if I can get more credits, you can give me more money. All right, let me
Mm.
petition. And I had like 17 credits. I think the max was 13. Dean's list, straight A's. But my motivation was I need to get this Avalon preamp. I need to get a microphone. I need my equipment.
Right.
So all of that, I finally got my studio and they took my studio. So my emotional response was F music. I'm smart enough to go do other things. So that's when I got into film. That's a whole nother journey. But like I say, around pandemic time, uh, that shut everything down. Hollywood wasn't no shots coming in, so it's like, well, let me focus on the music. I had one NPC expansion made. That was the first one called Tartar Sauce. And Tartar Sauce was only 10 instruments in it because I was working on my boy's his EP. That was all the sounds we needed. Um, he ended up giving it to a producer that gave it to a producer that reviewed it on YouTube during the pandemic. So
Uh-huh.
it was a shock. It was a surprise. They reviewed it and sent the whole internet to me. It's like, man, we need that
Wow.
expansion. But I was still in denial. Like, I don't sell sounds. I don't
Right,
sell
right.
sounds. He
Because
wasn't even
because
supposed to do that.
so let me just go from there. So you wasn't selling sound. All this stuff was just stuff you was doing for yourself and being inspired for yourself, pretty much.
Yeah, this was like, okay, since Hollywood shut down, I know pretty much everybody in the area in the industry because I live in North Hollywood. I'm in the middle of everything. I live in Studio City. I said I'm about to do a run like no other as a producer. Like how we had the super producer eras where the Dre was running everything and Timberland running everything, Kanye running everything. I said, watch when they get a hold of me. So those sounds was really me preparing to go into people's studios. I don't care if you multi-platinum or independent. When I plug in to your system, you're gonna feel my presence. When I unplug and go home, you're not gonna experience nothing else like that again until I come back. That was gonna be my secret weapon. You
Right.
have to have SOO100 come if you want any of these new sounds. But then like people start like forcibly putting money in cash apps. It's like, hey, that was me here. All right, I'll send you a link. Hey, did you
Right,
get my
right,
link in them? That was you? Okay, I'll send you the link. Then it just started getting out of control. Like
right, right.
I could
But
links is dying
but
down and
let me say this though. Let me say this, and a big shout out to KLC, man. KLC on here, the legendary KLC from
what's
Beats
up,
by the
KL?
Pound is on here. He paying homage to you right now, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a legend, man. So it's great to have a legend on here hearing your story,
That's
man, because
what's
you got a
up.
great story. Um, that's super interesting, man, because that's kind of a mirror of kind of what happened even with the drums. With my drums, you know, I made my drums for me, and I was talking about sound, and I just said, you know what, y'all can get these drums. I just want y'all to hear
Hmm.
how y'all should sound. And it just was a domino effect after that. So, you know, I totally get where you're coming from because you wasn't doing it for the money. You were doing it because you just was making
Nah.
something that sounded amazing. You know, you just I think people underestimate, and I kind of say this even with hip hop. I didn't get into hip hop to make money. I got into hip hop because I wanted people to love it. I wanted people like, whoo, I need to have that in my car, you know, because
Yeah,
we just
yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
be in the car. We just wanted people
Yeah,
to hear.
yeah.
Man, I give you a bunch of free stuff. As long as you play me in your car, that was worth that was worth that was
Yes,
worth
sir.
all the money in the world to just hear your stuff down the block, down East 14th, down Foothill, down Bancroft, down
Yeah,
High
yeah.
Street, down
That's it.
Seminary. Come on, man. That was so I totally hear where you're coming from, man. And this is the reason why you're on here, because I love your story, because it's a very organic story. And I try to get people on here that's listening to understand a lot of people are going into making stuff because they want to make money. And I think this is the downfall of the culture in general, because if you don't love it, if you're not willing to give it away and put your stamp on it, like I'm willing to give this away to show you what I
Yeah.
stand on, because I would give something away before selling. I tell people, they be like, "Hey man, do this." I'd rather give you something and make you dope than sell
Yeah.
it if I know that you really true about it. You know what I mean?
But that speaks on the confidence that you have in your work. I have a
Right.
lost leader like that. Like right when they were saying 2 weeks to flatten the curve, and we was like, all right, it's just 2 weeks, y'all. Let's just get busy, do some music. 2 weeks, we gonna be back to life. And that 2 weeks didn't, it was still kept pushing it and pushing it. And then I start seeing a lot of my producer friends losing their jobs, their day jobs, or whatever the case may be. Um, Me in life, I feel like God has blessed me. I'm straight whether I do sound packs or not. I'm still gonna live a comfortable life, but
My partners can't do that. How can I sell something at this time on the planet? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna create. There's a pack. All right, let me rewind a little bit. I was looking for synthesizers on Craigslist. I search everywhere: Craigslist, Facebook Market, OfferUp. And there was a guy, he was selling a synthesizer, and we agreed to pay. And I said, hey, I'll be at the farmer's market with my family, so maybe you can meet me at the farmer's market. He was like, cool. Met me at the farmer's market. He was like, man, I don't see you. And I'm like, all right, I got on such and such, and I'm the guy in a wheelchair rolling down the street. So I finally seen him through the crowd. I was pushing. One of my sons came, was like, Abba, where you going? I was like, I'm about to go get a keyboard. And then my other two came, and they was like, where y'all going? We about to go get a keyboard. And I don't know if it was the optics of, hey, this guy in the wheelchair is coming. Oh man, that's his son. That's cool. Oh, he's got other children. Oh, his wife's right behind him, and my whole family standing there. He put it in my lap. I was like, oh, this is hard. I've been looking for this. I can't even find one. And he was like, all right, that's what's up. I'll holler at you. I'm like, but wait, I didn't give you the money. Here's the money. He
Right.
said, you know what? Pay it forward. I'm like, damn, I don't even know what that means. He was like, nah, just keep the money. And I said, I almost teared because like
Wow.
people don't do that. I said, man, can
Not
I
at
give you
all.
a hug? I
And
asked
can
him
I
like,
say and I want to comment on that. Man, I
hmm
got the homie on here, Obscure Street, right? I just want to say that because when you say people don't do that, it just shows you sometimes we lose faith in people because people are wicked. People are just evil
yeah,
people. So we just don't think people will do right. So the brother Obscure Street man knew that I was looking for uh the output expander for the MV because that's hard to find. That's just a
hmm
difficult piece to find. And I had one done over in Taiwan, which is cool for what it is. You know what I mean? But it's not the MV one.
the
But to
clone
make a
was, yeah, I
long
be
story,
seeing them.
huh?
I
You
be
be seeing
seeing
them?
them.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't. I never came. But the moral to it is he came across one. He sent it to me. I'm gonna pay him. He like, no, man, just keep it. Just keep it, man. I got you. I love what you do for the culture. I love what you're doing. And the moral to the whole thing is there's just good people that just see your intent in your heart. And it's amazing. That's an amazing story what you're saying because this person seen something in you that was inspired to let him do what he did. You know what I mean? That's a blessing, man.
yeah. And at the time, I didn't know what the term meant. Pay it forward. Like, what does that mean? Pay it forward. But I did. I dapped him up like, man, let me give you a hug. Gave him a hug. He was like, just pay it forward. Um, then I looked it up what pay it forward meant, and I kind of got the idea. So I'm like, damn, so I got to get his keyboard to somebody else since he gave it to me. How do I pay it for? Like, I want the board. But then I had the ideas like, you know what? I'm gonna make an expansion out of this.
Mm,
And when I make my expansions, they're really challenges to me. They're challenges to me. I may say, all right, I got a new preamp or some kind of saturation box. What if I made an expansion by running stuff through here or sampling this, that, and the other? So the whole challenge to that was I'm going to make an expansion. I don't do any demos like this one is lesser than because it's not something you pay for. No, it's a real full on expansion. And I tried to make it for free. But the way my store works, you got to have a number for it to be with your other products. So I put $1 for a pay it forward. It's about 80 something key groups. And I have enough confidence in my sound and my sound design and just the quality of the sound that I know that if you put this in your machine, it's unfair. I just need you to get it in your machine. That's it. Just $1. And I don't even get the whole dollar. Like PayPal take 30, 40, 60% of that. I may get
yeah,
33 cents, but that ain't it.
right.
Now you're already in the flow of going to the website, ordering something, getting your immediate download, immediate gratification. You're building trust. And then I know once you go through them previews, I don't you can go and buy other expansions. Eventually you'll come back. That's how I feel about my sounds.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I would just be like, I would be a doubter if I didn't hear it myself. I'd be like, come on, man, because just people don't do that. But because I've heard it myself, bro, you got to turn that down. You have to start
Yes,
turning a couple
they
things
hot,
down because
very
they are
hot to
hot
touch.
and warm. And I'm like, man, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Like, it's a problem. It is
yeah,
definitely a problem. Like I said, if I wouldn't have heard it myself, I'd be like, I don't believe you. But because I heard it, it's the truth. It is definitely the truth. That thing is warm, sound good, heavy. I'm like,
yes.
whoa,
And I
whoa.
thought I only needed one. I made
Hmm.
tartar sauce. My personal one was 10. It was 10 of them. And I'll probably do something later. If you have that original 10-pack tartar sauce where I was sending them to everybody. Hey, how you doing? My name is Big Six. I go by SOO100. I'm a sound designer for the NPC platform. Allow me to send you a free expansion. And then some people say yes, some people say no. There's still a lot that's unanswered. And then they'll years later they'll hit and ask me questions, and I'll say, "Oh, I tried to give you this free, and you
Right,
ignored
right.
me."
Right. That's how it is, man. A lot of people, man, and I tell people even on this channel, a lot of people miss their blessings because they feel like everything else around them. Like, this is why I say you have to pray. You never know when a blessing is coming your way because there's so much demonic stuff out there that when you get a blessing, you think it's a curse. And sometimes
Yeah,
that blessing is an unconditional blessing. Like me just being on here. I don't have to be on here. I don't have to bring you on here and you tell your story on how you going and doing your stuff. I don't have to bring Premiere on here or none of that stuff. Sometimes that's just a blessing because people really want to educate people. But some people, they really they feel like they owed that, and you're not owed that. What you're doing is from your heart. What I do is from my heart. I want people to have great sounding stuff. I really do because it keeps the culture going, and it keeps me inspired. Because me hearing what you do, like, man, that's dope. It makes me even work more on my sound, like steel sharp and steel. So that's a big reason why I wanted you on the page because I really admire what you're doing. You don't see that often, and really the most important thing with you is that you don't see people put passion, like the passion you put in it, like even with the text I got this morning from you was talking about we was talking about the C800 and we was talking about the sound. Like
yeah.
you're passionate about that. Every time I've talked to you, it's always a passion about how you trying to work on your album, how you trying to work on your stuff, how you trying to lay it out where it's perfection. I've never heard a conversation with you since we've met and talked that wasn't on trying to perfect your stuff on the next level sonically ever. We've never had a conversation.
It's an art, man.
Not one conversation have we had where you're like, man, I'm just gonna take some shortcuts and I'm gonna do this. I ain't never heard that from you. It's always been like I'm trying to get the best that I can be so I can really compete with the elites. And that's what I love about you, my brother. Like, really, that's where our connection come from, is that you truly care about the sound. You truly care about not just slapping stuff out and just saying, hey, take it. This is just take what I give you. And I'll give you something else, and I'll give you
Nah.
something else, and I'll give you something else, and I'll give you something. You really want whatever that first thing for people to say, whoo, I gotta have the next thing. You want it to be like, and I don't want it, I don't want this to be like, I don't, I'm just using this as a metaphoric
Go
way
ahead,
of
do your
saying
thing.
like dope, like dope. When you have great dope or great drugs, people are like, whoo, I gotta go back.
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
That's
It's
why
that you
paying
want.
for it is $1.
Right. Yeah, man. So you want people to want the product because it's really, really a good product. It's not something that you can find any old where. You want to be like, man, I'm ahead of the pack, man. This is what I do.
Yeah.
Same like what I try to do with my drums. It's like, no, bro, I'm the head of the pack, man. This is what I do. You're not gonna find drums that sound like that. It's just not gonna
Your
happen.
drum's official. Paulie
Yeah.
Popo, I didn't know you had a drum kit, but Paulie was like, I thought he was messing with your drums in one of his video, and I thought he was saying I made a EASKI inspired drum kit because you had came in and was speaking on sound, and then Paulie had the kit, and I was like, Paulie, send me the kit or I'll buy it from you. Like, let me hear your drum kit. He's like, nah, this ain't my drum kit. It's EASKI drum kit. I said,
Mm.
oh, the homie got a kit, so I went and got I got the EASKI drum kit, and yeah. They hitting them levels. They definitely hitting. They cutting through. Um, but yeah, for me, sound was more so I studied it way deeper than music. My thing is I wanted to open my pineal gland. I wanted to tap into some dimensions in my brain. I wanted to semi hemisync the left and the right side of my brain and make music from that level. And I knew that certain frequencies can kind of tune the brain to get there. So I'm
Man, you
like,
talking, you
well,
talking, you talking way over their head with that kind of talk now.
I
That
know.
conversation is on a whole nother level now. But I
And see,
get
that's
exactly what you're
what's
saying.
but that's what's hard for me is because I want to teach you how to sync the left and right side of your brain just with frequencies and panning and incorporating that into the music. But like if you arguing with me over learning music theory, we can't get to
Facts.
that. If
That's
you want
some
to say
facts.
we don't even need theory, so how can I teach you the advanced stuff? So all right, let's stay at these beats then. That's what
Bro,
you want, I'll give
you
it
know,
to you.
you know the hardest part about teaching is ignorance. And what I mean by ignorance is like people look at the word ignorant as like a really a bad word. It's really not. It's just that you don't know. A lot of people have been taught and programmed stuff for so long that when you start educating, they disregard it like it's not important. It is very important. Theory is very important. A lot of us got in the music business just by just loving it and doing it. But at some point in time, you have to start knowing some theory for it to go to a whole nother level. You just have to. You just
Just
can't.
foundation.
Yeah, you just have to get to the foundation. You have to. And theory is something you're going to constantly learn every day. You learn something every single day. And it's a lot.
Yes.
And I think what it is that we're in a fast food world that people just want to know what they want to know and everything else doesn't matter, but they don't realize this is the reason why they're not getting the accolades and the respect and the consistency and the placement they want to get because of the fast food mentality. So when you're talking, it's like gibberish to them because they just want you to tell them, hey man, just make me a beat, just give me some sounds. I just want
Yeah.
beats and sounds, and that's all I want. And all that other stuff, you can save that.
Yeah, yeah.
They just, what I'm saying, they want the fast food. They don't want the nourishment. The nourishment is what's going to keep you alive. The nourishment is what makes you live to up to 100 years and more because you get nourished. You getting the food that's going to keep you in into the game. So I totally understand where you come. I have these conversations with a lot of people. I say, man, even when I do consultation, they going on and they talking. I had to slow dude up. I said, listen, bro. I said, you talking about all this other stuff and you haven't even started crawling yet. You gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta get
Yeah.
up and start walking a little bit. So I gotta slow cats down and get them back to, if you take these steps and you do these things, this will start getting you to from A to B. And I just had a conversation, I guess, the other day on how everybody wants all these updates. They want updates, updates, updates. I want this new machine. And it can do this, do that. And you start listening to their stuff, and you say, bro, your stuff don't even sound like you need an update. You need a down date, you know?
Down
Because
day.
yeah, you don't need updates. You need down dates because you're not in a position to keep asking for updates and updates and updates. So with knowledge comes rejection, and but the greatest thing is that when I talk to you, you still seem inspired to still keep going, even though you're going to get some resistance here and there. You never stop, and that's what I love about that's what I love about what you do. You talk about it, sometimes it's a little discouraging, what I'm saying, but you still stay on it. So what keeps you to keep staying on it, even with all the people that just seem to have this ignorance about what you're saying? What keeps you going?
Well, one thing is I'm doing it for myself. I have a personal goal that I would like to achieve and learn from all of this. Like music and the beats, that's just level one. Me getting into sound, period, I saw the experiments to where like if you put sand on a plate and then you play some frequencies and then the sand forms geometric patterns and stuff like that, and then I seen them where they put oil in some water. You play a certain frequencies, you get snowflakes. If you play other frequencies, you get muddy. Just how frequencies affect elements, especially the water. Well, the body is what, 80-90% water. So these frequencies have to be doing the same thing to us that is doing to other elements in the world. So my whole thing was if I can keep my body at a certain frequency, maybe I can trigger some of my nerve endings to reconnect. Maybe I can trigger some of the healing and nerve damage and bullet holes and all of that stuff. Maybe I can kind of counter that. Maybe I can tap into some stuff where I ain't even gotta walk no more. I'm just gonna levitate. Oh, you
Mm.
need me to come to the studio? I'm not Uber eating. I'm just gonna be
Right. No,
floating.
real
I'm gonna
talk.
float to you type stuff.
Because we haven't tapped into that. We have not tapped into that. We're very powerful individuals, but we only use one part of our bodies, man.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
talk.
So, but
And that's
that
even
that's
that's even
basically
in
it.
that's even not to even cut you off. That's even in martial arts. You know, like I said, when you hear me talk about martial arts, a lot of people do martial arts, but they've never tapped into that other part of themselves, you know? And
Yeah.
it's because they do one thing so well that they don't work on really spiritually healing themselves and tapping into that other part of it because of the lack of self-discipline and the lack of really the prayer part of you that helps you tap into that. Because with prayer comes the discernment to be able to push yourself to do stuff you wouldn't really do on your own, because that's a God-given thing, and we all have that God-given gift, but we don't tap into it. We reject it. That's why when you always
Yes.
say God is being rejected, it's because God is working to help you tap into that, but you got social media, you know.
Yeah.
What's that? That's airplane. You by the airport?
Yeah. I'm by Reagan. Yeah, out
Okay.
here in Burbank. Yeah,
There
that
you
happens
go.
sometimes.
Yeah. I used to always come in there. Yeah, but you know, a lot of times we not able to tap into that because, like I said again, you know, we got social media, we got, you know, Fox News, we got all of these things. You know, you're watching so much stuff on the internet. We get caught up in the propaganda of what's going on. Oh, such and such doing this. Oh, the 49er game. Or it's just so much stuff that keeps us from our full potential because we got so much stuff going on. But you're absolutely
Yeah.
right, man. You know, your fullest potential is crazy, man, once you tap into it.
And also you were part of that motivation too. Like I love hip hop, and unfortunately, this is the genre to where if you didn't strike any kind of deal before you was 21, you might as well just hang it up. But life be life, and sometimes I can't touch the music. Sometimes I'm in physical therapy, working on that. By the time I come from therapy, I don't have the energy to do anything but just rest. So you mean to tell me when life be life and I got to do some other stuff and come back. Now I'm too old, but I'm doper now. I got more experience. I understand more. I have more, I could talk about more things.
Right.
But when you came through and was speaking on sound, I'm like, it's what I've been trying to tell y'all. It's just my voice wasn't as big as yours. And on
Yes.
top of that, when you came through, you got the whole industry behind you to be like stamp of approval. Yes, sound does
Yeah.
matter. So you made it to where it's like, okay, I don't have to kind of sell out and just do the sounds that I don't really rock with. Then you got guys like Killer Mike just won 3 Grammys. He's 48. Like it's not over. So just seeing all of this, all of the different examples keep me be like, you know what? I'm just gonna do me, and the ones that rock with me are gonna follow me. But right now, I'm doing music for my son. Scarface raised me, so I'm gonna raise my sons like Scarface raised me. I'm just gonna put game in the music.
You know what's interesting in what you said, man, is that there's so much deception when it comes to the culture of hip hop and black music. You know, the stuff that we taught is so wrong. And like I said, I never meant to come on here and create a platform. It just created itself. This is God's work. This is why I always give thanks to God, because my intention was just to let people know that we're getting played. We're getting played, and we don't even realize we're getting played. And a lot of y'all are getting played because of your ambition and because you want to do music, but you've never done it on a level where it's work for you. So you just follow anything you hear. You know what I mean? It's like you see anything, okay, this is the way. Oh, this is the way. You just follow everything, trying to learn, but you're learning from really corrupt and people that have agendas. Like even when I look at a lot of these plug-in companies, they just take advantage of people that really don't have the money for hardware, you know. And it's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with plugins, but they have a way of how they go promote stuff. And I say all of this to say this. They always tell you, oh, this is a young man game, but it's not a young man game. It's never been a young man's game. Yeah, you have youthful people that come up and they do their stuff, but it's always been the older people that set the tone for the younger people to have a foundation. And then you're starting to see, like you said, the Killer Mikes. You're starting to see the Jay-Z's. You're starting to see all these people that's getting these awards and still around. And when you look at any other culture of music, the older people are winning. The older people are setting
Yeah.
the tone. They're setting the whole tone. And this is not to say that the younger people can't win. It's just saying that that is an agenda to keep the older people from speaking to the younger people on the stuff they go through. See, the way the industry is, and this is Hollywood as well, is that if the older people have been through so much and they have been stripped and robbed of a lot of stuff learning the game, then you have to try to ostracize them so they can't teach the game. And that's what we go through when we try to teach about sound, because they don't want you to learn about sound. They just want you to learn about workflow. They want you to learn about getting all of these new gadgets and all of this new stuff. Oh, we got this, good that. But now music is sound. Music has always
Yeah.
been about that. That's a big reason why we go listen to Al Green, why we go back and listen to Parliament, why we go back and listen to Prince, why we go back and listen to Michael Jackson, why we go back and listen to NWA or Public Enemy or any of the stuff that we grew up on that we love, whether it's, the Temptations or whatever we listen to. It's always because of the way they were recorded their music, you know?
Yeah.
And if you notice, they don't talk about recording. They just talk about, hey, this, and that. And we skip the whole process. So this whole thing on everything, this is not even in music, this is in life. The agenda is all about, if we can just continue to promote the ones that don't think, we can control the narrative on how we shape the world. Because this
Yeah.
whole world is controlled by just programming and getting you to think a totally different way. And then the truthful people look like the weirdos. They look like, oh, he needs something. The nerve of him to talk about sound. I don't
Yeah.
need music with sound. All I need is a fast workflow. Who needs sound? I would think you need sound because you do music. I would think
Yeah.
I would think you would want the kick drum to really pop out there. I would think you would want that snare. I would think you would want that bass to not be muffled with that kick.
Yeah.
I would think you would. And then you start talking like that, and they start saying, I still don't want sound. Ain't that crazy? You will be so stubborn. You can paint your whole point, and you still have somebody say, that's not good enough. I don't know what to say to you after that point. You know what I
I think
mean?
what they're saying is, I don't want to pay for that.
Right, right,
That upgrade that you're talking
right,
about, yes,
right,
it costs to be the boss and you got to
right,
pay to play.
right. All the
And
time. All the time.
you're competing with people who have the right tools. So why would you come in putting yourself at a disadvantage
Or you have people
unless you're
saying,
that good?
I know you right, but I don't want to say you're right. So I'm just gonna do it in the closet. Cause you have a bunch of people that I call closet niggas. You know what I'm saying? That will hear your information, troll you, and go and practice that stuff. Say, oh man, and do it in a way. Because a lot of people are so prideful that they don't even want to give you the credit of telling the truth, because they just don't want to be able to say, man, you know what, you was right, bro. I didn't see it that way. This is why I say being truthful is going to help your soul too. A lot of people are not truthful. They know the truth. Like, people, as stupid as people seem, they're not as stupid as you think they are. They know.
Hmm.
But pride, I think one of the biggest things I talk about here is people pride allow them to just crash and burn, because a lot of people use their platforms, and then you get somebody that tell you the truth. Now they don't want to have to retract, because it makes their platform look weak. It makes them look like, damn, I don't want my fans to look like I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like, man, if you don't know something, you know something. Like my homie AG's told me something the other day. I said, oh, damn, I didn't think about that. Or you might say
Yeah.
something to me. I say, this is why you stay humble. It doesn't matter what your status is. We all going to learn something every day. It's just up to you if you want to receive it or you want to reject it based upon where you at in your mindset. If you just feel like you know it all, then you're never going to receive any information. You're never going to want to receive anything. You're going to just reject everything. So I just salute you, man, because you keep going hard. And we've been building and building. And like I said, man, you had so many packs. I was like, man, I feel like I'm putting these in forever. I was like, man,
Hey,
man,
I didn't even want to do that. I didn't even want to do, like I said, I felt like tartar sauce. I got 10 of everything. It's about 100 in here. Y'all should be good on expansions. Let me go do something else. But where's the next one? Where's the next one? And it
yeah,
just, it started becoming a challenge. Like, I don't want to give you the same sounds over and over. So what can I do? I
Yeah.
know what people who advertise at studios, especially in LA, they'll list the gear to entice you to come into the studio.
Yeah.
Where's your synthesizers? Where's your keyboards? And I would book 4 hour blocks of studio time all over wherever just to sit in front of it and multi-sample it, just to get
Mm.
different gear. And the key groups you have key groups from the best gear possible. I just don't use companies and brands name as marketing tools to advertise. One, it's so many plugins and emulations. Other people are doing that. So how do I stand out from saying, yes, I use the real 1073. I use this. I ran it through this. When this guy said he did the same thing, but it's just all plugins. So I didn't name anything that I use. I just want you to focus on the quality of the sound. I didn't even try to trick you, say, oh, this is so one Moog bass, so you can kind of put Moog in your head. If you get Moog out of that sound, that's probably what it was, but I wanted you to just get the sound.
Wanted
Um,
to be able to feel the sound yourself.
just get it. And yeah,
Mm.
and to be at like 23, 24 expansions, that's just me. Oh, um, Rupert gave me access to a PPG, his PPG sounds. Oh, they're gonna love a PPG expansion. Or I may dial up some stuff on a Moog One. Oh, they're gonna love this. And basically, I try to get stuff that's not in Guitar Center right now. It didn't just come out. I try to get stuff that you have little access to. And I try to get very expensive stuff to where you'll be like, man, I'll never even purchase that machine. But I can get the sounds from SOO100. So that's how it ended up becoming more expansions because it's like, okay, I got a new preamp. What if I ran everything through this preamp? Or what if I ran every just and some of the preamps, I don't even initiate anything, just turning it on and running it through the circuits. You get a beefier
Yes,
sound and
that
just
is that is factual. That is all factual. Sometimes just running it through that just through that circuitry, you don't touch nothing, and you just feel and hear the
yeah.
magic. You just feel and hear the magic. That is facts.
And then you as a producer, I want you to be able to I want you to shine in your sessions. Like when you go in and plug in your speakers and you're going through the previews, I want you to feel what I feel when people hear me going through sounds like, whoa, what's that? Oh, dude, what's that? I want you to get that. I want you to be able to pull up a sound, knock some chord progressions out, and the whole room is respecting, like, oh, he's official. You know what he's doing. You ain't got
Hmm.
to boost and none of that stuff. Go through my presets, reverse engineer it, take my chain off, put your own chain, tweak my chain, tweak some of the LFOs. Mine's they're just starting points. They're great starting points, but they're still just good starting points for you to learn.
I mean, bro, like I said again, man, I salute you, man. I definitely wanted to have you on here. Definitely, I totally respect what you're doing. The stuff that you sent me is amazing. I mean, I've made several things with the way they sound, and it's
That's
inspiring, bro. Like it's one of them
what's
things.
up.
It's super inspiring. I could just go in there and just start working and come up with ideas, and I think that's what my drums is for. The same way is I want you to be able to put them drums in like, woo, ooh, you hear that
Yeah,
kick, that snare, and just start working. And now you know
yeah,
you just in that work. And that's kind of, and I'm just gonna sum this up before we wrap it up. That's kind of what I was doing, the same thing as you doing. I was doing it for me. I just had got tired of going through a bunch of sounds. I mean, I get people send me drums all across the country. I don't even know where they come from. I just got a gang of stuff sitting in there. And you're going through stuff and you're like, man. And you hear the potential, but you
yeah.
gotta doctor it up.
Just not
You know,
quite
you
there.
you hear it's got a certain character to it, but it's just not thick. So let me doctor it. So I just went there. I said, man, you know what? I can't keep on doctoring stuff up and then try to make some music after I sound design. I'm burnt out because the
Yeah, it's
sound
two
design is
different
that's a
processes.
whole different mindset. Like your mindset is just like, man, bro, I don't even want to work on that now after just make EQing this and you know what I'm saying and doing this and stacking
Yeah.
it. I'm like, I'm just like, I'm gonna wait. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna take a week and a half, whatever it take, and I'm just gonna just work on a bunch of stuff that I can turn to when it's time to get busy, that I know is gonna work. And
Yeah.
that's how y'all wind up getting the drums. It was like, people saying sound. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give you my actual my stuff. It wasn't meant for nobody else. It was meant for me. That's why I
Yeah.
tell people I don't care if you get it or not. I'm gonna use it regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and when people heard it, that's how I feel about your key group stuff. I'm like, whoa, this I could just move now.
Yeah.
Finding the right, like, people think it's easy to find the right bass sound and the right lead
Nah.
sounds and the right chord progression. Like, they think that's not easy, finding that sound that really stick to your chest. That's not
Yeah.
easy, bro.
It's
That is
not.
not easy.
Definitely not.
Not
It's
at
an
all.
art.
That
It's
not
an
at
art
all.
in itself.
Yeah, so being that that's an art, man, I just want to tell them, man, they need to definitely follow, man. If y'all not following my brother, tell them where they can go get some of your sound packs, bro. Because I mean, it's dope.
My stuff will always, unless I collab with someone else, it will always come from my website, SOO100.com, SOO100. And I'm SOO100 brand on all platforms, but my stuff will always come from SOO100.com. And then the next batch I hooked up with Amp Studio that's out here in North Hollywood, where it's a rehearsal studio where bands come and play, but I have such a relationship in that building to where there's an army of musicians ready to get into the Soul 100 expansions. And I said, you know what? I know a lot of people online will love your music, will love your skill set, drums, horns, bass players, guitars. So I am going to start putting more live instrumentation into the packs. Right now, a lot of it's all synthesized, which sounds amazing, but I still want to incorporate more musicians this year because I know a lot of great ones. You may not know their names, but they have amazing music, and I know that's something that the community would like to chop up.
Let me run this by real quick. Brother Blink hit us a super chat. Thank you, Brother Blink. I appreciate you, bro. He said, appreciate the spiritual food and all you do, Ski. The brother Soul 100 touching our inner strength is everything. Gotta run. Respect. Salute to you, man. Thank you for the
Salute,
super chat,
Blank.
man.
That's what's
Hey, man,
up.
you definitely touching people's spirit right now, man. Let me read one more. Two more. Received my drive yesterday. Had to take today off from work. The thumb drive drum bang. Thank you, man. Thank you, hip hop. I appreciate you, man. Two Papa, I got a question for you. He says 100 Ski question for 100. Has he or does he do custom packs one of one just for single producers, not for resale? So that's a question for
What you
you.
mean, like, so the producer can sell it? What, like a?
He says, so Skeef, question for you. Has he or does he do custom packs one of one just for single producers, not for resale? So I guess,
Oh,
like, yeah.
um, I haven't. There was a couple people that reached out that wanted to pay me to like do a white label situation to where I put the expansion together, but it's their branding and they'll take it and do whatever they're gonna do with it. But that's only been a discussion. But I haven't done anything like that where
He said, nope, just for the one producer to use, just for that one producer. So I guess just a custom thing for that one producer to use.
no, but it's not out the um realm of possibilities. I haven't though.
Yeah.
There's a lot that said they want to do that, but I haven't yet.
Got it. Got it. So, man, like, once again, man, I just tell people, man, you got some great sounds. They sound amazing. That's what I'm into, is really the sound and just being inspired. Like I said, the most anybody that's a beat maker will tell you this. Anybody that's a producer, even if entry level, the best feeling in the world is when you get a sound that already sparks your creative thought and it already sounds good and you can start
Yes.
working. And that's what I try to do with my drums. That's what you're doing with your packs. They inspired thoughts. Like I said, when I got them, I made a gang of stuff. I was just going crazy. I was just like, I
Yeah.
felt like I was just in my own world, man. The best feeling is to be able to make so much stuff and know that sound work, this sound work, that sound work, that sound work. But it might trigger you to make different sounding stuff, but it all works because it sounds so good and it gives you inspiration. And I think that's the whole conversation of sound is sound gives you inspiration to work and be the best and creative person you can be. And
Yeah.
when we talk about the samplers and why the samplers used to sound so good is because they were trying to emulate making stuff sound as good as a drummer, as a live drummer. You know, when you think about
Yes.
when you think about Roger Lynn and with the Lynn drum, they just needed something to back up, something to give you some drum sound and stuff when the drummer wasn't around. But it
Yeah.
needed to sound official so you can get in the mood to play something around it. You know what I mean? And then it just took off. It was like, man, hey, we don't need you drummers no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they had good pre's, they had good converters in it. So it sounded
Yeah.
pretty damn heavy. And think about this. This is a story that people need to really understand on why I tell people about the older machines and why I talk to Akai about the converters and their flagship is because when you think back, and I'm gonna end it on this note, when the
Okay.
drum machines came, all the drummers that was playing drums, they stopped playing drums and programming their drums in the studio because that became the sound. And then they were recording their drums from drum machines, and then they were playing live in concert. They would play their drums
Yeah.
live in concert, or they would play over the programmed drums in concert. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because the drums were so thick and big that they were
Yeah.
programming sounds like when you even think about Prince, what Prince did. Prince programmed the drums like it was actual, like it felt like a live drummer, but he was just using the LM1. And we
Yeah.
like, how'd you pull that off? Like the creativity of and but the way the drum machine sounds. So I say all that to say that when you have great converters and great sound and a great sound source, it's going to help you create on a whole nother level. And that's what happens when, like I said, when I get your group thing and I hear that bass, I'm like, whoo, gotta turn this down. This thing is hot. This ain't
Yeah.
playing right here. It's rattling. The speakers is rattling. You know what I mean? But it inspires a thought. It inspires an idea, a creative idea. And so I love what you're doing, my brother. And you keep it up, man, and stay inspired. I appreciate you coming to the channel, man, and giving people this information and even sharing some personal stuff from when you got shot, from you in the hospital, from how, you got on the MPC. Like a lot of people, don't be transparent like that, man. And I love
I
that you say
wasn't
that.
at first. I feel like my story and what I've been through, someone can get any kind of strength or motivation from it. I have to share it. I can't die with it in me. And also my children are going to look me up when I'm gone, and they're going to see all of these interviews and little jewels, little nuggets and stuff like that. So I have to share it now.
Man, I love you for that, brother. Man, you are definitely a blessing to the culture, bro. You're definitely contributing to the culture. And a lot of people say, oh, just because people are not EASKIs and Kanye's and this and that. There's a lot of people that's not on there that's still contributing to the culture in a huge way. And you're doing that, my brother. You're definitely contributing in a huge way because people need that. They really need
That's
that. And
what's
this
up.
just and this is to share to the whole to everybody. Everybody can contribute to the culture if you just sticking to the foundation and you sticking to what really matters. And sound matters, man. This is why we listen to music. So we want to always make sure that we sound incredible, man. I'm always going to choose sound over workflow any day. Now we're in a world where we can have them both, so you don't really have to choose like that. But I'm saying
Yeah.
if I had to, I'm definitely got to stick to the foundation because music is about sound. Music is about resonating to the people, to everybody, no matter what race you are. Sound connects. I'm doing a remix for my brother in Poland. He's the CEO of Better Maker. You familiar with Better Maker, right?
Yeah, I
I
love
know
Better Maker.
I
Yeah.
know you got to be familiar with Better Maker.
Better Maker is hard.
So so I did a
That's the
remix for him.
loudness wars.
So I did a remix for him, and he's a fan of my sound, and he just said, "Man, I want you to do this remix for me, and we're gonna connect with the Better Maker stuff." So that mean a lot to me because you over there in Poland, like you over there, and you're feeling the music over here from what I do.
Yeah.
That says a lot to me, bro. That's what I got in it for. I wanted to touch the world. I didn't want to just touch Oakland, California. I wanted Oakland, California to go everywhere. I wanted to bring Oakland, California to Switzerland, to the UK, to Africa, to Japan. And I knew the only way I could do it is by focusing on consistently making something that would sound good to everybody, period.
Yeah.
You know? So, man, I salute you, my brother, for real, man.
That's
Real
what's up,
talk.
man.
Thank you,
Appreciate you
man.
for having me
I,
on.
I appreciate you being on, my brother, and we'll touch down a little bit more a little bit later, my brother.
Indeed, man. And everybody that came through, man, like, subscribe, and I holla at you.
Man, give them your website again, man, so they'll know to
Oh,
go check the website out.
my website is SOO100.com. SOO100. And if you're on social media, it's SOO100 brand on all platforms.
That's what's up, man. Salute, my brother.
Salute,
We'll touch
man.
you a little later, man. Thank you, brother.
Indeed, I appreciate you. You're welcome.
Much love. God
All right.
bless.
Yep.
What up, y'all? You know that's my brother SOO100, man. You know what we doing. You know how we rocking. You know what we getting into. KL, what's up with it, K? Still just looking at my distressors boxes. Man, y'all take a vote. Y'all take a vote. If we're tired of KLC not opening that distressor box, say yes. Should we block him from this channel? Should we block KL from this channel for not opening up that box? Because he's just ridiculous. He is just ridiculous now. A whole year, still ain't opened up the distressor box. That's crazy, man. I just can't believe this guy. Should we get rid of KL? Yes or no? Come on, man. You're killing me, K. Now, you know I love my brother. I never block my brother for this channel. You know I'm just playing. Y'all know that's all jokes and laugh. Hey, K, I sent that to you, man. So you be looking out for that package I sent you, bro. Be looking out for that package, brother. Shout out to my brother KL. Even though he's ridiculous, that's still my brother. He's my ridiculous brother. You don't know nobody that got kingpin distressors and ain't opened them. It's been a year and still ain't opened up the box. But one time just to show us with the SP1200 SC and then close it back up and tape it back up. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I don't even want him to open up the box. I just want to see the lights. I just want him to get on my live, and I want to see the lights going on, and he's compressing a snare or a kick or something. He's going to have to do something, man. I don't even want to see the boxes no more. If that ain't in a rack with the lights going on and some compression lights coming on, I don't even want to see his distressor no more. At all. Don't even want to look at his distressor because it's ridiculous. What's up, man? Big shout out to my brother SOO100, man. Thanks to everybody that was listening to his story, man. He works hard, man. Got some great sounds. Go check my brother out, man. Real talk. Go check him out. Thanks to everybody that's on here. Thanks to everybody that gave the super chat. Everybody that liked the page. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate everybody that's on here, man. You know, salute, man. Salute to everybody that's on here. Salute to everybody that's getting these thumb drives. A lot of people are sending me. I'm posting up. Everybody getting their thumb drives going crazy. Oh, man. Dude, what's up? 79 Classic, man. Thank you for the, man. This man hit me with a $50 super chat. Boy, what's going on, bro? Thank you, brother. Salute, Ski and Vic. That was a dope inspiration interview. Got my thumb drive yesterday. Man, thank you, brother. I rocks with 79 Classic, man. Thank you, man. You've been rocking with me from day one, bro. You've been a rider, man, from my SPSE to everything, the consultations, man. And I just appreciate you, brother, like from really, and you're learning. And I can tell you continue to grow with your stuff. So thank you so much, brother. That's a big super chat, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Thank you a lot, man. Really, really appreciate it, man. That means a lot to me. That means that I'm affecting you, man. Thank you. Man, y'all gonna definitely love the drums, man. I'm excited. Everybody love the drums. A big shout out again to my brother Bolo, man. Bolo's been in there cooking in the studio, cooking, man. He cooking. He in there, man. And you know, like I said again, I'm always humbled, man, when you have people that do what you do and they show you love and they're not, they just showing you unconditional love. Like Bolo is showing unconditional love on his own platform and showing that love, man. And I just salute him for being a real one. I salute my brother KLC for being a real one. I salute everybody that's on here, Maximus, you know, since 79 Classic, Chin Beats, Melvin, man, Brother Blink, Big Sauce, everybody. All y'all, if I'm missing any names, man, you know what I'm saying? I love all y'all, Mr. Bond, all y'all, man, Tupac, Roam Around, Face the Nation, man. I'm talking about the producer you didn't count on, man. All of y'all, man, is just real riders. Gorilla Mad Beats, man. Eric Rab, man, I'm just a Kohi Studio. Man, y'all, OC Drummer, man. I mean, I could go on and on. Ali Star, man. A lot of y'all, man. I love all y'all, man. I thank y'all, man, for always holding it down, for always being real riders, man. We're going to continue to ride. We're going to continue to make change, too. Ether, my soul, what's up, my brother? Walt, what's up with you? Like, we're going to continue to make change. Like I said again, I had a conversation with Andy Mack. I'm hoping to get him on here soon so we could do a live. We could chop it up and we could just ask some real questions and just keep it 100, man. So I'm just trying to see as we move on and hopefully as we get to the next stage of whenever Akai drops something else that we can really get to that point that we're trying to get to with these converters, man. So people have been asking me. I definitely like the Akai 30 key 37. I think it's great for travel. I think it's great for just getting a good workflow and traveling with it. Like it replaces my live now. So anybody that want to ask me what I think about it, I like it for travel and it replaced my live. I could take it. It got keys, it got the drums, and I do what I need to do. Converters, no, that's not the conversation for that. It's just for workflow and travel. That's what I use it for, and I love it. It's perfect for me. So y'all have to ask if it's perfect for you, but it's perfect for what I need because I would have definitely took it with Nam and had a great time. Stand alone, do my thing. I got my EASKI drum. Like, see, I don't care because when I got my EASKI drums, all my machines are powerful. When you got this, you're a walking analog machine. So anybody that got this, you could be on whatever machine you want to be on. This is your ticket. This is your ticket to the sound, baby. So if y'all ain't got this EA ski drive, get them. They're almost gone, man. The list is almost full up. I think I don't even want to say it because Vicky got the numbers, but y'all better get on that list quick because they almost gone, bro. And these drums is crazy. So EASKI at outlook.com asks to get on the list. Just hit email and say, Vic, put me on the list before they gone because they almost gone. I'm telling you. I wouldn't even lie to you. I'm not trying to sucker you or bait you. They are almost gone. I'll get a list every day. Somebody want to get on the list. I'm like, it's almost gone. I'm telling you. I doubt if I make any more. I doubt it. It's possible, but I don't know. So, get on that list now before they gone, especially this version. I'm going to try it on my Roland MV. Yeah, see how it sounds. Let me know. Ski, these drums are crazy. I don't know what kind of magic have going on in the studio, but they're the best I've heard. I put my heart and soul into these drums, y'all. If I'm going to send out a thumb drive, I can't be playing. I can't be playing. I was not playing no games. And I wanted to have a thumb drive for myself with, my name and analog music on there because, as I'm traveling, I want to just be able to take my thumb drive and just stick it in my machine and get busy. So anybody that got these drums, let them know it's not a game. The drums is not a game, man. They're not a game. Look at what Bolo doing. Bolo going crazy, though. They got them drums slapping. Bolo, my brother AG got beats. They got these drums slapping. Listen to some of the posts that I've been posting. Y'all go look at my short, this beat that I did on the Akai 37 using those drums. Like, just go listen. You'll hear it for yourself. Just go listen for yourself. Just listen for yourself. Ski, what do you think about ins and outs on the Ren? Not good. Not to me. I don't like that. I believe it. If Ski co-side it, that's all I need to know. They hit hard. Y'all go get these thumb drive drums before they out. They out. I'm getting so many requests. There's a possibility I could do another batch. I'm not for sure right yet, but there's a possibility because y'all just keep asking and asking for them, asking for it. So we'll see. But these are going fast. So get these and maybe, just maybe, but I don't know. I don't think I am, but y'all keep asking me to. So we'll see. It's possible though. It's possible. About to plug in the thumb drive as soon as the stream ends. Yeah, the thumb drive is crazy. Those acoustic drums have my Pioneer Torx SP16 smacking loud and hard. True, man. Thank you, Rodriguez. Thank you. Okay. They 150, my brother. They 150. The thumb drive is 150. Thumb drive only or digital download is possible? I don't know. I'll just thumb drive right now. I mean, maybe digital download, maybe. I don't know, but we'll see. Drums is hot. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You probably answered this, but what do you think of the MPC Key 37 after getting it? I love it, brother. I love it. Now I'm gonna tell you, like I told everybody else, this for you, something. I want people to understand that I don't have the MPC Key 61. I don't need that. I don't need something that big. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that. Having this 37 eliminates me having to have my live, and it eliminates me having to have a MIDI controller because I like to play keys. So, I mean, a lot of people, they feel like they have a live and they just use the pad performers. Now, I like to play keys. I like to do inversions. I like to do different things. So having the 37 and being able to have keys along with the pads and you can travel with it eliminates me having to have my live now. So I have the best of both worlds as far as workflow. So the 37 is perfect for me for workflow. You dig what I'm saying? Now I can travel, get my ideas, come back, and then put it into the other stuff that I want to use. So I love it. I love it. I have nothing but great things to say about the 37 because it's great for travel for me. You know what I mean? I don't know how other people feel because I don't know what other people are using or what their intent is. But for me, that's what I'm using it for. Definitely for travel, it replaces my live. So hopefully that answers your question. Converters, it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that. It's not, they still got to step the converter up. But far as what it does for what I need, it does that for the workflow part of it. But like I said again, when y'all see me even do a video of it, you see I got it going through the board. It's hitting my preamps on my board. So I'm gonna make my 37s gonna sound better than a lot of y'all 37s because if you don't know how to route it to get the best sound out of it, then it's gonna just be whatever. But far as for what I need it for, it's amazing. Like it's right here. I could pick it up, put my case in it. I'm gone. I could travel, hook it up, and get to working. So that's what it's good for me. So you got to ask yourself when you get something, what is it going to be good for you? Everybody has different setups and different needs, and that's what I needed for travel. So hopefully I answered that question. Um, Master P and EASKI, Trust Nobody is certified classic. Man, I love that record. That Trust Nobody is dope. You know what I was listening to from me and Master P was Bullets Got No Names. That was dope. Cuff your nuts, nigga. What the fuck is up, nigga? You got my name in my mouth. I gotta wash it with the millimeter. 9-5. You starting. I'm like, woo, that was kind of dope. That was kind of dope. Bullets Got No Names. Me and Master P, that was dope. Once again, Ski, thank you for chopping it up with us along with your busy schedule. Thank you, Catchy Noise. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thanks to everybody that's on here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. But it's got no names, yeah. The short you did sounded real good. Thank you, man. If y'all haven't seen the stuff that I did on the MPC Key 37, go to the short. I got a short up there. Everybody's loving the short. Leave a comment, man. Leave a comment on the short. Let me know how you think it sound, the way it's sounding, the way I got it running through my board, and the way I got the music grooving. Leave a comment, man. Leave a like, a comment, share, turn on the notifications, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's build. I got a lot of good new stuff that I'm working on, y'all. About to be crazy. It's about to be crazy, man. I'm telling you, you better be following and watching because don't say I didn't tell you because it's about to come. I got some stuff that's about to come crazy with it. So be on the lookout. Be ready, man. Be ready because you never know what the almighty EA gonna do, man. You have no idea. I got some great stuff cooking, man. Got some great stuff cooking. It's about to be crazy. Vic is doing a little bit better, man. She's feeling a little bit better, man. So you know what I'm saying. We just I supposed to hear from her a little later today, so I'll keep y'all informed on how she's doing. When I get that drive, I'm going to send you a detailed video of exactly how I'm routing them. Oh, dope, Catchy. I love that. I love to see that, brother. That's what's up. I just watched the Looney Tunes episode with the cat and the dog about the gravy. Hey, ain't that gravy? Ain't that gravy? That cartoon Crazy Chin? That's a crazy cartoon, man. That's a crazy. It's like we're greedy people, man. We greedy. We want more and more and more, and we don't even We don't even appreciate the stuff we got. We don't even learn the stuff we got. So anybody that haven't seen that cartoon I was talking about yesterday about the cat uh, giving the dog all that gravy and just stuff that gravy down his throat, that's a prime example of who we are as people. We want so much that we don't even appreciate what we have. Go watch that cartoon, man. Go watch that. Go watch that cartoon. Chin, you did your homework, man. I salute you. You did your homework. That's what I'm talking about. Obscure Street, what's up with it? Salute. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Big Sauce. Yes, indeed. SOO100, man. Salute to the chat and the platform. Salute to you, my brother, and your story, man. Thank you for sharing your story and being transparent and giving us something for the culture, man. Y'all go follow my brother SOO100, man. He got some dope key groups and packs. Really, really sound good, man. Really sound good. Go check my brother out, man. I think y'all will be very impressed. I think y'all will have some stuff that really sonically sound good. So go check my brother out, man. For real. Check him out. Hey Banks, what's up? I know you got something cooking because I can smell it all the way on the East Coast, man. Man, bro. What I got for y'all is gonna be crazy, man. What I got for y'all gonna be crazy. Cats gonna really understand. I'm serious. They gonna see. Hey Ski, great live today. Can't wait for the thumb drive to land in the UK. I want to hear your drums through the MPC. Yeah, man, you gonna love them. Room at the top. You gonna love them. The drums is amazing. Everybody's been loving them. Everybody's been hitting me, man. Like I said again, cats have been using them. Like, man, Ski, these drums is crazy, man. And I'm humbled, man. I put my time into it. I put my love, my passion into it. And like I said again, these are drums I will use for me, but I share them with y'all because if y'all into the sound that I'm into, then I'm gonna make them available for y'all to purchase. You know what I'm saying? But whether y'all did or not, I was gonna use them for me. So I'm glad that y'all enjoying them like I do because I've been using them. Like I said, y'all go look at my posts, go look at my shorts on YouTube, my YouTube shorts. Like the post, man. I try to put them up there. You know, all this stuff is algorithm, y'all. The more y'all hit the like, the more y'all share, the more y'all turn on notification, the more we can really, really create and make a lot of these companies understand the power of sound. That's all we're trying to do. We all know that, you know, when you talk about stuff, you have to be about it. So the more y'all do y'all job, the more y'all like, the more y'all share, subscribe, notification, it allows us to really, really be able to go talk. Like I did a lot of stuff for y'all at NAM. I got a lot of companies that I'm dealing with that I'm gonna introduce y'all to that I'm building with right now from NAM because we're talking about these things and we're building a community so we can get the right gear for our studio. Nobody should have weak gear in a studio. Nobody should have to be just settling for, oh, okay, let's just settle for this because this is all they're making. No, we supposed to be telling them, no, we don't want that. We want this. You know, that's what we supposed to be telling companies. We don't want that no more. We want this. So we have to be vocal. And to be vocal, we have to build a community so people can understand not everybody want entry level gear. There's people that really want professional gear because we try to be professional. And and there's nothing wrong with entry level gear, but there's nothing wrong with professional gear neither. And I have a problem with that. I just like music. You know, okay, you can have the young rappers talk about whatever they want to, but why can't the professional rappers that really can rap, why they can't coexist? Why we just got to hear all the unprofessional cats and then you want to get rid of the professional cats? Like that's the problem I'm having. I don't have a problem with entry level stuff, but why you got to have a problem with the professional stuff? Why it can't be good rappers and bad rappers? Why we just got to hear all the bad rappers? And now the good rappers can't even get no shine. You won't even play the good rappers and play the good music because you have an agenda to just program like I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. It should be even. It should be like, look, okay, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear this. Okay, I can go turn to this. Okay, I don't want to hear that anymore. I want to go to that. We can't turn it up. We just got to turn to one thing now. That's not right. That's not right. We shouldn't have to be forced. I'm a professional. If I want some entry level workflow stuff. Okay, I can turn to that. But what if I want some professional stuff? They just ain't gonna make them no more. They just gonna stop making professional stuff because they want me to be an entry level producer now. They want me to be like everybody else. That's not right, bro. That ain't right. That ain't life. That ain't real life, man. You know what I'm saying? Only in hip hop and only with black music that they can find us to have to all be the same. So you mean to tell me there's no black artists that really want to be professional no more? We all just want to just be in the same box. We don't want to go to the next level. We just all want to do the same thing. Is that what you're telling me? This is why I tell y'all hit the like. This is why I tell you to share, repost. Because if the message ain't out, then I can't do nothing for y'all, bro. I can't do nothing for y'all. I'm just a messenger. So I'm giving you the sound. I'm giving you the drums. Y'all got to do y'all job. Understand me? That's where we win at. All right. I love y'all. Go get the drums. EASKI at outlook.com. They're going. It's possible I might make some more just because the demand is up there. I don't know, but don't hold me to that. Let's just see where we go from here. Go get the drums. Love y'all. Let's get it. Blessed Friday.